But anyway, that was where I wanted to go for the story on where highlighting the more positive end of our community here, which is how the community culture tends to band together during times of distress. Now, over the weekend, and I had advertised this event all week last week on this broadcast, but I was but I of course I wanted this to be a surprise, and so I'm going to show you a picture here if I can pull it up. But we had that at the VFW from on Saturday from 12 to 3, we had a senior project, and I explained that last Monday to some of the folks that didn't know what that was. Every graduating senior at Moriah Central School is required to perform some action of community service as a senior project um, in order to graduate. When I graduated in 2014, that was the first year that they had instituted that requirement at Moriah. Ticonderoga had already been doing it for a number of years at that point, and then Moriah adopted it. My project was doing a series of oral history interviews with some of our older folks in town, and then donating that collection. And I wrote it up in a pamphlet, donated that collection and the audio files to the Town of Moriah Historical Society. So they have been doing that every year since, primarily through the English department. The teachers in the English department will coordinate that, work with the students, and all of that. And so this past Saturday at the VFW was no different. That was what took place there, was a senior project. And so George Evans decided that his project was to uh, put on a community dinner free of charge to feed the community. And that is what happened. He raised all the money, collected all of the donations through through his church, the Methodist Church, and elsewhere at school, around town, all of that, and put on the meal free of charge. And if I can get this picture to go, here is the picture, which hopefully I will still be able to talk over that. And so that is what took place there on Saturday. And it was just a really good time and a really good thing for the community. I believe, and because again, I wanted to somewhat embarrass him, there were, I believe, around 65 to 70 is what we had for the total count between those who ate in, volunteers, and then takeout and all of that. But really, that is just a piece of good news and a sentiment to what this town and community is capable of when when we come together, and that is more important than a lot of the noise that happens around here, especially. So I want to congratulate George on all of that accomplishment, and also his upcoming graduation from MCS.